Funding for this program is provided by Consumers Cellulose, the corporation, and by you. Thank you.
Good evening from Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm Kristen Welker of NBC News, and I welcome you to the final 2020 presidential view to approve between President Donald J. Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. The audience here in the hall has promised to remain silent. No cheers, boos, or other interruptions. And so with that, if you're ready, let's start. The audience has promised. I'm going to make the audience pay.
They will pay a price if I'm elected.
They will pay with their fucking lives.
Look, Kristen, so far, I respect very much the way you're handling this.
Thank you. The goal is for you to hear each other and for the American people to hear every word of what you both have to say. And so with that, if you're ready, let's start. And we will begin with the fight against the coronavirus. President Trump, the first question is for you. The country is heading into a dangerous new phase, including record numbers here in Tennessee. So please be specific. How would you lead the country during this next stage of the coronavirus crisis?
Look, it's not my fault that he came here. It's China's fault. And you know what? It's Joe's fault. And it's Obama's fault. I can tell you from personal experience that I was in the hospital. I had it. And I got better. And I will tell you that I've been congratulated by the heads of many countries on what we've been able to do. It will go away. We're rounding the turn. We're rounding the corner. It's going away.
Okay. Former Vice President Biden, to you, how would you lead the country out of this crisis?
17, 18, 19, 20. I still have a few more minutes. I know you're getting anxious. 21. What's going on here? Where in God's name am I?
We have to respond, if I might.
Okay.
I hate to say this, but he has the lowest IQ in the history of our country. Number one. Number two, I got very friendly with Joe's wife, and I can tell you from personal experience that she gives head like a vacuum cleaner. She can blow like you wouldn't believe.
Is it still happening? When's the last time?
Earlier today.
Oh, God.
Vice President Biden, your response.
Our response is, look, this isn't about, there's a reason why he's bringing up all this malarkey. There's a reason for it. He doesn't want to talk about the substantive issues. Come on. This guy is a dick about as big as a 5-year-old kid's, which is something I've seen many times.
Look, Kristen, I actually have a massive cock, but that's okay. He's allowed to make mistakes. He happens to be a good person.
Okay. Both of you are idiots. All right, we're going to move on to our next section. This question goes to you, Mr. Vice President. What color is this?
Red.
Mr. Vice President, have you ever done drugs?
I'm high right now. And you know, one of the reasons why I ended up working on the east side of Wilmington, Delaware, which is 90% African American, was to deal with cocaine. I'm smart. I know how to game the system. Where I come from in Scranton and Claymont, the people live off of the stock market. Just in the last three years during this crisis, I made $700 billion more. $700 billion more. If you hear nothing else I say tonight, hear this. Poor people deserve to be making $6 an hour, sitting in squalor on the side of the river and ripped apart by coyotes. Period. Period, period, period. And guess what? Well, I won't, I will. I support child labor.
Vice President Biden, you make me sick. Okay, we're going to continue on the issue of race. Mr. President, you've described the Black Lives Matter movement as a symbol of hate. You've shared a video of a man chanting white power to millions of your supporters. You've said that black professional athletes exercising their First Amendment rights should be fired. What do you say to Americans who say that kind of language from a president is contributing to a climate of hate and racial strife?
Look, Nobody has done more for the black community than Donald Trump. And if you look, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln, possible exception, but the exception of Abraham Lincoln, nobody has done what I've done. Look, Black lives sadly don't matter. I won't get into that. It makes me sad because I am the least racist person. I can't even see you because you're so dark, but I'm the least racist person in this room.
Vice President Biden, your response.
My response is Abraham Lincoln here is one of the best presidents we've had in modern history. He did his job impeccably. Not one single solitary thing was out of line, not a single thing. We owe him a debt of gratitude. We have to thank him.
Okay. I want to move on to our final section. And this first question does go to you, President Trump. Imagine this is your inauguration day. What will you say in your address to Americans who did not vote for you?
Go to hell, to put it nicely. If he gets in, it'll be a very, very sad day for this country. They want to take buildings down because they want to make bigger windows into smaller windows. As far as they're concerned, if you had no window, it would be a lovely thing. They want to knock down buildings and build new buildings with little, tiny, small windows. Frankly, I don't even know how it can be good politically.
All right. Vice President Biden, same question to you. What will you say during your inaugural address to Americans who did not vote for you?
I will say, do it 14 takes everything out of context. But the point is, look, Donald Trump thinks he's running against somebody else. He's running against Joe Biden. Joe Biden he's running against.
All right. I want to thank you both for a very robust hour and a half, a fantastic debate. Really appreciate it. Thank you to Belmont University for hosting us tonight. And most importantly, thank you to those watching tonight. Don't forget to subscribe.
Joe Biden.
Good evening, everybody. As you've seen by now, this isn't a normal convention. So tonight, I want to talk as plainly as I can. It's all over now. Off.